Good day, I'm Steely Dan C Manongsong, but you can call me Steely. I'm 20 years old and a future chemical engineer. My hobbies include watching TV, playing video games, and playing badminton. Some of my favorite series are How I Met Your Mother, Awkward, and The Walking Dead. My favorite animated series are Naruto, Fairy Tail, and Avatar The Legend of Aang. I'm a member of the UST Chemical Engineering Society, UST Chemical Engineering Dance Crew, Philippine Integrated Chemical Engineers Luzon Chapter, Pax Romana Engineering Unit, CYA-UST, and also I'm the Vice President for Publicity of Earth UST. Now I will discuss the 5 attributes that help me fulfill my course. First is the knowledge attribute. For K1, I am proud to say that I have passed all of these mathematical, physical sciences, and engineering sciences courses. Even though my scores are not that high, I know to myself that I have learned something that are useful in the practice of chemical engineering. Subjects like algebra, trigonometry, integral and differential calculus are useful in deriving mathematical equations. Subjects like engineering economy is useful in analyzing markets in which a chemical engineer can compute for the demand for a specific product and make actions for it. Strength of materials and statics of rigid and dynamic bodies is useful for equipment design and plant design. Now for K2, I joined ASHRAE last 2012 and attended one of their seminars about the effects of pollutants emitted from the industries. They also discussed how to minimize those pollutants by purchasing or redesigning a new boiler. Furthermore, they also discussed the possible income or savings that a company could get if they maximize the efficiency of their boilers. Another factor is the Shell Eco Marathon that we have attended last February 7 at the Quirino Grandstand. We learned at this expo about the other sources of energy that we could use as a substitute for the current sources of energy that we are using today, so that we could have a greener environment. Furthermore, we also had a Green Boiler Technology course in which we studied the effects and minimized the pollutants emitted from the boilers used in the industries. As a requirement of our course, we were tasked to visit a plant and make a study about their boilers and make recommendations on how they could increase the efficiency of their boilers and to minimize the pollutants emitted from the system. Now for the K3, currently we are taking our plant design course wherein we are tasked to create our own plant of a specific product, in which we had to create plant and manufacturing layout, material and energy balances, and equipment designs. On my previous years, I've studied transport phenomena, hidden mass transfer, momentum transfer, kinetics, separation processes, and many more. These subjects are beneficial to my course because it taught me everything that I need to know in order to apply these knowledges and to solve problems. Now for K4, we are currently taking our ethics subjects wherein we are learning about the different laws governing the chemical engineering discipline. Furthermore, we have visited several companies wherein we encounter some of the managers of the company. They discuss us some of the managerial and professional duties that they are performing. Also, in my OJT, I have learned many professional responsibilities such as putting the welfare of the employees first, conforming with the environmental and society standards, and ensuring the safety of the consumers. For the K5, we had our engineering management subject on my 4th year, 2nd semester, in which we learned different aspects of management such as block and etc. Such as block. As a requirement of the course, we are asked to invite one manager that will discuss about the management principles applied in their community, and everything about the culture and management styles used by the management. Also, in our quantitative management, we discuss about the things and managers should do during and before the operation, such as project scheduling, discounts, and LP models. Also, as a requirement for the course, we are tasked to make an LP model for the company and make suggestions on how to increase the profit contributions of their products. Now for the design attributes, for D1, our thesis was entitled The Performance Evaluation of a Modular Kilolab Batch Reactor, in which we have to verify the efficiency of the batch reactor by conducting an experiment similar to that CSTR found in the unit operations lab. The experiment was done by saponifying ethyl acetate with sodium hydroxide. The conductivity was used to determine the percent conversion of the reactants into products. During my first year as a chemical engineering student, we were taught the basics in the laboratory, and we conducted experiments such as titration, decomposition, and many more. On our chemistry calculations lab, we were taught the reduction-oxidation reactions, thermodynamics and thermochemistry, and one of our experiments were the calorimeter and the potential of a galvanic cell experiment. On our physical chemistry lab, we had experiments on viscosity, refractive index, surface tension, heat of combustion, spectroscopy, determination of mutual solubility, chemical kinetics, and determination of pKa. On our fifth year, we had process control lab and unit operations lab, in which in process control lab, we have to work and study the different valves, whether automated or manual, used in the industries. For the unit operations lab, we used different machines that were used in the industry, such as the shell and tube heat exchanger, cooling tower, filter, CSTR, and dryer. For D2, on our equipment design project, we were asked to design our own equipment, in which the equipment that was assigned to me was a CSTR. I designed my equipment based on my desired product, which is ethylene glycol. The material of construction of my equipment was based on its resistance to my reactants. I had designed my vessel to be cylindrical with a spherical bottom. I also designed my stirrer to be 45 degrees pitch blade turbine. Also, I designed the operating temperature and pressure for the equipment, as well as the condition of the cooling or heating fluid that will pass through the jacket. For D3, I am proud to say that I have passed the chemical engineering subjects such as the separation process, kinetics, heat and mass transfer, momentum transfer, and etc. I know that I may not have a high and promising score, but at least I gave my very best to answer them all. The scores on these test papers show that I have learned something that could help me solve chemical engineering problems. Now for the professional attributes, I had my summer internship program in Filmco Industries Incorporated. It is located in F. Manalo, Punta, Santa Ana, Manila. It is the main producer and supplier of matches in the country. My job is inline quality control, in which I monitor the quality of the outer boxes of matches every hour. I also monitor and record the temperature of the glue pot every hour. During my internship, I was able to work with the bosses of the different disciplines, such as mechanical engineers, chemists, chemical engineers, and electrical engineers. They taught me stuff such as parts and operation of different machines, different equipment used in quality control, electrical equipment and facilities, and time in motion. For P2, we had our mini or baby thesis in English. Our thesis title was The Effectiveness of Activated Carbon in Detoxification. Our professor asked us to make chapters 1 to 3 and defend it to her. Gladly, we were able to defend it, and we got a good grade. Recently, we had our thesis defense, and we had delivered the whole report and answered the question of the panelists in English. We also honed our English writing skills to our manuscript, in which our thesis advisor constantly checked for grammatical errors upon submission of the draft manuscript. For P3, last January 11, 2014, I was invited to attend a seminar organized by Shell Philippines. The seminar showcased various departments and businesses owned by Shell. I learned many trends in energy improvement and renewable energy resources, such as the Malampaya Deepwater Gas-to-Gas project. For P4, we were asked to make a PNID for our thesis by our advisor and for our proposed plant-in-plant design. So I used eDrawMax to do such things. Also, Microsoft Excel is a big help in almost of all our computations in chemical engineering, especially when we are dealing with trial and error solutions. It also gave us graphical solutions that we need, and it made graphs that we need in order for us to interpret the data obtained from the experiments. Also, We also use MathCAD and AutoCAD to easily solve problems in chemical engineering. Now for the Tomasian attributes. For T1, we had our retreat last November 2013 at Calaruega, Nasugbu, Batangas. During my stay at Calaruega, I got a chance to reflect more on the bad actions and decisions that I have and thought of ways on how to correct them. I also learned to appreciate the little things that I have and that I usually taken for granted. Furthermore, the facilitator also gave us activities to enhance our communication and relationship with God, family, and friends, like the circle of kindness, confession, sharing of experiences, opening and closing of the eye, and the Sunday masses. We also had some extra activities such as the bonfire, games, and many more. For T2, during our NSTP trip in Maragondon, Cavite, we were asked to clean the coastal area by picking up garbages such as candy wrappers, shoes, plastics, diapers, and etc. Many children from the barrio help us in cleaning the coastal area, which shows that the youth care about the welfare of their home. Last September 2011, we conduct a tree planting activity at the La Mesa Dam as a requirement for the SCL course. So we had to work further into the wilderness to the planting site of the La Mesa Dam. Now for T3, during our NSTP trip, we were asked to choose children from the community wherein we could teach them mathematics and some English words. We even played mataya-taya and soccer with those kids. After this, we also taught them catechism in the barangay hall terrace. This experience made me realize that I'm so blessed that I should share my blessings to the poor and the disadvantaged. Now for T4, I ran proudly for Pasig River when I was a second-year student. We ran to raise funds for the rehabilitation of the once beautiful river. Furthermore, I joined EarthUST because I know this organization could be an instrument to voice out my opinions and concern on the condition of the environment. I also participated in one of their activities such as mangrove tree planting. That concludes everything. Thank you for watching.